Texans and the Tennessee Titans. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack.
He'll look downfield for Humphreys.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Garyon Conley. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
He got 29 yards that time.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Number 27.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Kaepernick to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, Kaepernick. The open man is Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
9-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey, Mike, 20. Hey, 91. 91.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
For Jonnu Smith.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
27.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards.
1st down, Texans.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football.
The pass, a fumble on the play.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
The end of the first quarter with the score Texans 3, Titans 0.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. And right side, Henry's got it. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Derrick Henry.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by Ashton Davis.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Good job. How that boy stepping up, finally.
Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
K-MAR Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Humphreys on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And this will be a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
On for the PAT, K-MAR Fairbairn. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Texans 17. Titans nothing. K-MAR Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Is on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go, go, go.
Here's Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The quarterback.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
A gain of 29 yards. 1st down, Houston.
Now a handoff here to his running back. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
Number 27.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
The ball carrier.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try to run this one in, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season, and the Texans will extend their lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Texans 24, Titans nothing. K-MAR-7's to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Taken down at the 40.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now a handoff looking right. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 7 on the year. And this offense is running away with this one.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 14-yard line, 2nd and 11.
14-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allow that turnover to hurt.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Number 20.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. After the interception, here's Watson. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Texans 41, Titans nothing. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now this time, Kaepernick will throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle
the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year, and it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 33 yards that time. Well, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A first down carry for Henry. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Kaepernick. And now here is another interception. Snags it for the pick, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11.
Let's go, D.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Play to the running back.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now Balaj. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Jadeveon Clowney wants a member of these Texans there on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Watson. Quick hitch, complete. It's Fuller. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
To number 17.
Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this Tennessee defense for the 2nd straight play gets them behind the line. They're not messing around. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Two running plays go backwards. So what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
4th down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
A 30-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for A.J. Brown. Incomplete. Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. One final try for Kaepernick. We've seen this before. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So Houston going to come